Mr. Ashley,
I'm right
could
here
you
now.
put a shirt on for me,
Oh,
please?
my bad. Give me 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Jones, do you have on a bonnet?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you take that off for me, please? We're in court. So you have to, I know you're at home and you're comfortable, but we have to conduct business as though we were at the courthouse, okay? Mr. Ashley, you can both lower your hands. And Mr. Leach, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We're here on the state's petition and suit affecting the parent-child relationship. Both parties have been served. We do have an agreement of the parties. If I may state those terms and take brief testimony from the parties.
You may.
There are 2 children before the court. Autumn Ashley, born September 15th, 2016, and Addison Jones, born September 11th, 2019. I offer an evidence what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A, the acknowledgement of paternity for the children, which is attached to the state's petition filed October 30th, 2024.
State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Parties have agreed to be appointed joint managing conservators of the children, with the mother being the conservator with the exclusive right to determine the primary residence of the children in Dallas or any surrounding county. Parties have agreed to a standard possession and access schedule, with exchanges taking place at the maternal grandmother's home at 3636 West Redbird Lane, apartment 1701 in Dallas, Texas. Mother will be ordered to apply for and maintain the children on government-assisted medical insurance. The father will be ordered to pay cash medical support of $148 per month beginning May 1st, 2025. Father will be required to pay guideline child support of $451 per month beginning May 1st, 2025. This order contains a retroactive child support judgment against Mr. Ashley in the amount of $16,988.40 as of April 4th, 2025. And that judgment is payable at $135 per month beginning May 1st, 2025. Court costs will be billed to the father. There is a request for non-disclosure of the mother's address. And there's also parties agreed to electronic communication between the parties and the children. And that is the extent of the order, Judge, if I may call the parties.
What was the provision on communication, Mr. Leach?
It looks to be that they communicate electronically with the child. Looks like via email or telephone.
So it was just electronic communication.
Yes,
did
not
hear that
through a
word.
specific
Okay.
app.
All right, thank you. You may call your first witness.
I'll start with the mother. Miss Jones, could you please state your full name?
Aya Jones.
And did you hear the terms of the order read to the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, sir.
And are you in agreement with those terms and believe that they're in the best interest of your children?
Yes, sir.
And are you agreeable to the judge signing this order today without your signature?
Yes, sir.
And are there any current safety concerns between you and Mr. Ashley?
No, sir.
Does Mr. Ashley know where you currently live?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll pass the witness if I could call the father.
You may.
Mr. Ashley, could you please state your full name?
Devontae Ashley.
And did you hear the terms of the order read to the court?
Hmm?
Did you hear the terms of the order that were read to the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, sir.
And are you in agreement with those terms and believe that they're in the best interest of your children?
Yes, sir.
And are you agreeable to the judge signing this order today without your signature?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any issues with a non-disclosure of Ms. Jones' address in the order?
Yes, sir.
Is that you do have issues or you don't have issues?
I don't.
Okay.
I have no issues. I just have one question, that's all.
Okay, well, I passed the witness, Judge.
Okay, so why are we asking for the non-disclosure? There are no safety issues?
Correct, Judge. I just know that's what parties was negotiated to in the
Okay, well, I need to
breakout room.
know, Ms. Jones, why are you asking that your address not be disclosed in this order?
Because within the recent, us separating or however the case may be, I do get like calls or I do get messages or whatever the case may be with a lot of mess or drama going on. So we do advise that we do, drop off or pick up through my grandmother's address. Cause I do have a significant other that is unsafe with the address being lifted out or give out.
Okay, but Mr. Ashley has a right to know where his children live.
He knows where his children live. It's just he know that he hit where his children live. It's just we don't want our address out in the open or put out for it.
So, Ms. Jones, do you understand a non-disclosure? A non-disclosure means your address won't be in this order and you're not required to give Mr. Ashley your address if you move. So again, do you don't think he deserves to know where his children live?
I mean, he do deserve to know where his children live, but my how can I put? Okay, I do understand that he do know needs to know where his children live, but my address is not like my address is not the address that we normally pick up or drop off, or
Well,
even with him coming to or anything like
you
that.
guys agreed to the exchange location, and anything you agree to as far as the exchange location is fine with me. But the non-disclosure is for a different reason. That's for when there's been family violence, and you've told me there's been no family violence,
Right.
and that you don't have a safety issue.
I don't, but I just don't want them to have my address.
Okay, that's not a reason for me to grant a non-disclosure, okay?
Excuse me, Judge, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir, you may.
Uh, I don't, me personally, if she feel like I don't need to know her address, it's fine with me, it's fine with me, man. I don't want no, it's no big deal, so,
I understand, sir,
like, it's
that
no
that's
big
the way
deal.
you feel,
Mm,
but what if both of them, her and her significant other, become unconscious and your kids call you and you have to find them?
yes, man, I understand that.
Okay,
I
there we
understand
go.
that. I understand that.
So I am going to accept the agreement of the parties, make this agreement the order of the court, but the non-disclosure is denied. All information needs to be in the order. Anything
Yes.
further, Mr. Leach?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Any questions from either one of you?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If I was with her, why do I have to pay back child support? If I was with her for a point of time, why do I have to pay the back child support?
Mr. Ashley, you agreed to the back child support for one thing.
I didn't mean to agree. Like, no, I don't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you some information if you don't agree to the back child support.
Yeah, I don't agree to the
So
back
if
child
y'all
support.
were living together for the last 4 years, or I don't know when you separated, I don't know what time period this child support judgment was for. But now that I, like I said, I thought this was an agreed order, but you have a right to appeal my decision. You have
Yes, ma'am.
33 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. This is out of the 255th District Court. That is Judge Vonda Bailey. You can appeal to her and ask that you not be ordered to pay that child support judgment. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's why I say I'm cool with paying the child support, but the back child support I'll take care of them. So I'm
Mr. Ashley, this was presented to me as an agreed order, sir, that you agreed to all of that.
yeah, okay.
So,
I will appeal
okay,
it.
now
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have to appeal it.
Yes, ma'am.
If you need, now that I've given you that information, do you have any other questions? If you want to know how to appeal, the Attorney General's office can give you the directions on how to appeal the case.
Yes, ma'am. That's what
All right, thank you, sir. Mhm. Anything further?
no, ma'am.
All
No,
right,
ma'am.
then thank both of you for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Oh, and one more question, my bad. Will I get the information to appeal it in the mail or through the email?
if you wait a second, I think they can email it to you. Mr. Leach, can you go back in a breakout room with him and make sure he gets that information?
Yeah, I can go ahead and send that to your email, Mr. Ashley.
Just make
Okay,
sure
thank you,
they
sir.
have your correct email. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, sir. You're both free to go.
So just to let the court know, this is a order to modify child support. The non-custodial parent, Desmond Pfizer, is not present. Judge, both parties were present back on December 4th, 2024, and a temporary order to modify support was done on that date. The state, as well as Ms. Segura, we're ready to proceed on a final modification order, basically finalizing or keeping the same terms of the temporary order, Judge. Mr. Pfizer is not present. I tried to call him. He was the one that disagreed with the order previously. That's why it was a temporary order. However, since he's not here today, the state is ready to proceed with a final, keeping the same terms that were in the temporary order as far as support.
Okay, you may call your first witness.
I'll call the mother. Ms. Segura, can you state your full name?
Amabeli Segura.
And Ms. Segura, what's the name of the child in the case?
London Pfizer.
And as far as health insurance for London, how is London currently insured?
Medicaid.
Okay. And you are in agreement that the terms that were put forth in the temporary order as far as support, medical support and child support remain the same, is that correct?
Yes.
And so you're in agreement that you would be ordered to maintain government medical for your child and that Mr. Pfizer be ordered to pay $200 a month in cash medical support beginning May 1st, 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
And to your knowledge, Mr. Pfizer doesn't have any other children under 18, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so his child support remaining at 20% of his net resources would be $709 a month beginning the 1st of May, 2025. And you're in agreement with that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are asking that the court costs from today's court proceeding be billed to Mr. Pfizer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also asking for a non-disclosure of your address?
Yes, ma'am.
You have safety concerns with it being listed in the order?
Yes, ma'am.
What concerns do you have?
He just tends to get really aggressive. A couple of weeks ago, we received a phone call on my daughter's phone, and he was very mad. I think it's mental health issues. He was just talking to my husband, and he was stating that we were just taking his money and that we don't care about London, and that he knows where we live. So that raised a red flag for us in that sense. We thought he didn't know because 2015 I did have a restraining order on him. And since then, I haven't had contact with him until 2 weeks ago in that phone call. So it kind of alerted me. It alerted me.
Have there been family violence in the past between you and Mr. Pfizer?
Yes.
Has it been any in the past 2 years?
No.
Okay, how long ago was it that there was any family violence?
2015. 2015, 2016. I don't remember the year. It's been so long.
Okay. Okay, I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Does he have any contact with his daughter?
On her phone.
But he doesn't visit with her?
No. For the past 8 years, it's been his sister that's been picking her up, and I've been communicating with her.
And so how often does his sister pick her up? His sister picks her up for him?
No, I don't know if it's for him. She just wants to get her.
So your daughter doesn't have a relationship with her dad?
From what I know, no. All I know is she talks to him on the phone I don't know how long.
But he's never come to your house and threatened you?
No.
Does the original order have a non-disclosure in it?
I mean, it should have in 2015 when I filed the child support, it should have because I did have a restraining order at that time.
I'm gonna try to look it up, Judge. I know the temporary order did, but I'm looking up the original right now.
The temporary order did not?
It did not, no, Judge.
And I didn't state anything back in December because I thought it was still active. They did ask me if about the restraining order, but I told them the date.
So Judge, just the temporary order did have a non-disclosure in it from
Okay.
2015.
What about the final order in 2015?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The original order in 2015 was a final order and it had a non-disclosure. And then the next order was a temporary order in December that did not have one.
Okay. But it didn't have one because we didn't discuss it on the record, correct?
They didn't ask me, no, and I just assumed that it was just gonna roll over.
Okay. So, I'll grant the non-disclosure.
Okay, Judge.
But Ms. Segura, he has to have a way to get in touch with you, so your phone number and your email address must be in the order.
Can it just be my email?
No, ma'am. And you,
Or can it be my husband's number?
no, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Okay, if that's
No,
your
ma'am.
order.
This is your child with Mr. Pfizer, not your husband's. Now, if you guys come to an agreement that he will communicate with your husband, that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. But the communication should be done between you and Mr. Pfizer.
Right, he just every time I try to talk with him, it never ends well. That's why I stated, but okay, that's fine.
Ms. Peoples, you can put app close in the order also.
Okay, Judge.
That's an app that you guys can communicate through.
Okay, okay, I like that. Okay.
All right. Anything further?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
So I'll grant the default order, make the temporary order, the terms of the temporary order a final order Mr. Pfizer to pay court costs as billed, and grant the non-disclosure.
Thank you, Judge. Nothing further.
Okay. Then if there's nothing further from you, ma'am, you're free to go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.